Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Sure.
There's no words there to play us out. I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
First of all, congrats on the big win.
Yeah, thank you.
So what was it like getting the job done in front of those rowdy fans
Boucher,
here?
Right?
Yeah.
16 points. And great job from the fella. You got your teammate here, too.
I got it, Siobhan, brother.
So Siobhan Adams
right now,
is here.
and all my teammates are
Siobhan
kind of
also
around me at the
had
end.
a good ball
Coach got a
game
little
with
mad about
6
that 'cause,
points.
you know,
You guys got it done. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
How about that coming
Say it
up
again?
to the United States?
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
It's the Everett Seagulls and the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Indira Carey Boxley, a 5'10 sophomore. Finley Witchers, a 5'10 sophomore. Natalie Durbin, a 5'8 senior. Janie Hansen, a 5'2 sophomore. And Jade Fajarillo, a 5'7 senior. For the Everett Seagulls, they will start Selena Espinoza, 5'5 senior. Wiley Wugumgeg, a 5'5 senior. Lainey Thompson, a 6-foot senior. Alana Washington, a 6'1 senior. And Emily Barton, a 6-foot sophomore. Hey, Tom, how come the Washington sisters aren't both playing? Mae Washington is injured, and she is not available to play this evening. Coming up, we've got the opening tip-off and game action. Northwest District 3A Girls Basketball Tournament Game C. The Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 3-10 in league play, 7-13 overall. The Everett Seagulls 8-5 in league play, 13-7 overall. Opening tip-off coming up next right here on KRKO.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Come to you live from the pit at Everett High School Gymnasium. It's a girls 3A Northwest District play-in game between the Everett Seagulls and the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Welcome to high school basketball. I'm Tom Lafferty along with Joel Boyer. Our statistician is Alex Clausius. Today's game brought to you by Marysville Toyota, Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store, Blue Dental and Wellness, Dave & Buster, Chuck Van Howling, Legacy West Insurance and Allstate, Glass by Lund, Everett Bone and Joint, and by Kia of Everett. We're about set for the opening tip-off, the Warriors and the Seagulls. Steve Moen is the referee. Tony Burkhalter and Chris Soterakopoulos are the umpires, and we are set to go. Ball going in the air. Loser is out. The winner will advance, and here we go. The ball is up, and we're going, and it's going to be controlled by the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors in the green outfits, the green uniforms. Moving to our left with white numbers, purple trim. Cross-court pass goes over near side to Indira Carey Boxley as they work the perimeter around the right side. 13 on the shot clock. Back to the top of the key. It goes to Janie Hansen around the corner, down to 8 seconds to shoot. Down along the baseline. Then the ball's thrown over the logo and into backcourt. And that will be, they say, tip, but they were not going to get a shot off. The shot clock will go to 0. That just about went in from the logo, too.
Yeah, and that was one of those weird possessions. I didn't see the tip happen right there, and I think neither did the Warriors. They kind of had their heads down as they're going after that ball right there. But Carey Boxley grabbed it, and all of a sudden they said there was a tip on that. So regardless of it, though, you see right away Everett comes out in that 1-3-1, and they sometimes trap those upper corners. They played it pretty straight up right there, but there's a lot of length to throw over. But a lot less length with Mae Washington not playing tonight.
32 seconds into the first quarter, a 0-0 tie still. Now Everett's first possession. They're in the home white uniforms, moving to our right. Nice crowd on hand here on a Thursday night, opening night of the district tournament. Going in with the left hand, the lay-in is up. Alana Washington with a bucket. She's going to take up a lot of the slack because May's not playing.
Absolutely. And Alana is just a player that watching her for 4 years has grown and grown and grown. Expect her to understand the moment and be missing her sister, but do it for her sister.
Edmonds-Woodway, outside jumper, bang, down it goes. And Natalie Durbin, heat check right there.
Well, and that's about 3 feet behind the three-point line with a Washington in the area and a Lainey Thompson who's a 6-footer in the area. No hesitation right there.
As Everett now moving it down, and they're going to have the ball knocked away. Knocked away as Miley Woogumgay goes to the deck, and it's going to be stolen away by Edmonds-Woodway. Warriors on the attack, moving to our left. That's a Janie Hansen out between the logo. And then a bad pass over in the corner. Finley Witchers, she says, yeah, that's my fault. I should have handled it.
Well, and right there you see Janie Hansen, like Coach Manning said in the pregame, 5'2", smallest kid on the court, but she says she is tough as nails. In fact, she's actually matching up on Alana Washington right now.
And there's a steal. It's going to be grabbed there by Boxley, up and in. Indira Carey Boxley opens up a 3-point lead for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors here in the early going. Some sloppiness by the Everett Seagulls, and the turnovers giving it over to Edmonds-Woodway. Now here's a give and go going down the lane, in for a nice lay-in up and in. Lainey Thompson fills the bucket, and it's a 1-point ball game. Edmonds-Woodway leading it 5-4, 5:55 to play, opening quarter at Everett High School. The winner plays Linwood. The loser gets ready for track season. Here's a dribble drive through. Somebody's got, where's the defense at, as Rodney Harrison would say.
And right there, Natalie Durbin just kind of picked her way, waited, patient, and found an easy seam right there for a little finger roll lay-in.
7-4 lead, outside Woogumgay, bang, down it goes. She says, take your defense, and here you go.
And there was a high pick on the ball right there, and Durbin chose to go below the pick, and Woogumgay was able to just kind of flare over the top and hit that easy three.
Durbin will put up an 18-footer right baseline that won't go. It's an air ball grabbed by Everett, nearly turned over as Barton kind of had a lazy pass there. Now she's double-teamed. Give it out to Woogumgay. Out between the circles now, 17 to shoot. Looked at a three, goes downstairs to Alana, goes to the deck. Alana Washington, she kind of got undercut. They're going to call a foul here.
And that's the right call. Unfortunately, it was had to be the third official who had the right view on that, I guess. But, when we get to the playoffs, Tom, I know that they might get rated differently, but I like the right call being made regardless of which official.
The foul was on Witchers. The bank is open in downtown Everett for Woolgumgag.
And that one right there, Natalie Durbin was right in her face. I'm not so certain she might not have gotten a tip on that ball, but that banked in way high off the glass. Not quite sure there's a shot that Miley Woolgumgag had attempted, but it worked.
I think the teller at the bank is going to give her a tip is what he's going to do. 10-7 score, 3-point lead for the Everett Seagulls on their home floor. Right side shot on the way, Witchers. This one won't go, but it's going to be grabbed by Durbin. Dribble drive in, bounces off two defenders. They're going to call a blocking foul here. It's going to be called on Lainey Thompson.
And I think one thing we're going to see with this 1-3-1, if Durbin can get into the middle of it, she's really going to be going against Thompson and Espinosa down low. And I would say that that's kind of where she hopes to get into, be able to get to the free throw line especially. I thought that was one of her, not really sure she had a great shot at that attempt that she had, but she really was going to try to draw the contact and get to the free throw line.
First free throw does not go for Natalie Durbin. Clunks it off the front of the rim. 4.5 minutes to play, opening quarter, 10-7 lead for Everett. The foul was called on Lainey Thompson, her first team. Next free throw doesn't go. Woolgumgay grabs the rebound for the Seagulls. Full court pressure being chested all the way up the floor. Now they go down low. Some early offense. They're going to call an offensive foul. That's a good call.
Yep.
That's going to be Lainey Thompson second. She put up the elbow and then just kind of gave herself some space.
Right, and I'll tell you, that is Janie Hansen right there, who is sticking on Alana Washington. I mean, if you've watched Hoosiers back in the day, you say, what's the flavor of gum she's chewing? I guarantee Janie already knows that. She is just in Alana Washington's grill, but right there, she was the only defender back, and she left Washington to get in the way to try to wear a charge from Thompson, and she wore it. There's no doubt about it. But Lainey Thompson now with those two fouls has to go to the bench.
Thompson picks up her second personal foul. 4:08 to play opening quarter, a 10-7 lead for Everett. And Edmonds-Woodway again on the attack. Outside, fake for the jumper was Hansen. Goes in the corner. Now to Durbin. She goes to the floor. May have been tripped up, but no call. She's slow to get up. But here comes Everett on the attack. 5-on-4. They've got the numbers if they hurry. Alana Washington hand check. Washington was going to the baseline. They're going to whistle this one on Janie Hansen. The foul. That's going to be her first personal foul, second team foul. The score remains 10-7.
And you got Alana Washington, who's 6'1", and Tom, she looks longer than that because her length is just impressive. And you got 5'2" Janie Hansen on her. And I'll tell you right now, I am loving watching this matchup because Hansen is not backing down.
Foul's called. Woolgumgay goes to the floor. She gets fouled there by Jade Fajardo. And she's going to pick up her first personal foul, third team foul of the quarter. And Miley Woolgumgag will be at the free throw line for a couple of free throws for Everett. We've been stuck here at 10-7 for a while. Good defense both ends of the floor. Woolgumgag will be at the line, and the first one is good.
That's a nice shooter's touch in your home gym. Who says that there's not a home court advantage right there? She knows her soft rims, get over the front of it. Nice little shooter's touch right there.
Opens up the biggest lead for Everett, out to 4 points now at 11-7. The next one, well, the shooter's touch didn't work on the second one. She
just missed it by a thin inch.
And Finley Witchers grabs the rebound for Edmonds-Woodway. Warriors in the green, white numbers moving to our left. That is Natalie Durbin dribbling the basketball. As they swing it out between the circles, back out to Durbin. Rims out a tough luck three-pointer that will not go, and Emily Barton grabs the rebound for the Seagulls. Out of backcourt comes Woolgumgag. Uses her arm to give her some space, puts up a runner that won't go, and Alana Washington grabs the rebound, turns, face, hook shot, good.
Wow.
Well, that's just a basketball move right there.
Well, and absolutely. She knew she had a size advantage, and I think that's where we're going to see a big change is the rebounding for Alana Washington over the shorter Hansen guarding her. That's going to be a tough matchup in the rebounding column for them. But that offensive rebound, that was a full-on hook shot from about 12 feet out on the baseline. That is a difficult shot to do.
Beladuan gets the steal. It's going to be Everett basketball. Three-pointer in the corner, Tatum Smith, that won't go. It's an air ball. It's a 6-point lead for Everett, but here comes Edmonds-Woodway. Natalie Durbin changes direction with the dribble. Goes over to the left-hand side to Boxley. Back out to Durbin again, dribbles into the paint, swings it out to the left-hand side. Open three ball, rims off no. Witchers with the miss. Rebound grabbed down by Alana Washington. She'll dribble it herself out of backcourt. Gives it up to Woogumgag. In stride, puts up a three that won't go. Offside board taken down by Witchers for the Warriors.
And the Seagulls have dropped into a 2-3 zone with Lainey Thompson going to the bench and Mae Washington not playing tonight. The length, it kind of gets negated. So going to that 2-3, Coach Daryl McNeil. Daryl McNeil going to the 2-3, getting out of that 1-3-1 they like to be in.
Coach Daryl Olsen was with me last night.
Yes, he was.
Turnaround jumper, puts up a shot, no good. That's going to be a miss by Witchers. And here comes Everett. 13-7 the score. Seagulls with the lead, and they have the basketball. Moving to our right in the white uniforms. Navy blue numbers, gold trim. Swing a pass, it goes over to Juan. Now deeper in the corner, looking to work the perimeter. They find Barton. Back to the basket down low, trying to face the basket. Down to 10 to shoot. Way back out to Alana Washington. They'll reset the offense. Down to 6 to shoot. She will. 3, NBA, good.
You know, she put her fist up to call a play. I'm kind of wondering if fist is just, I don't need a screen. I'm just going to try to work it out top here.
Here, watch this.
You would just stand back and watch, because that was a beautiful three from well outside that three-point line.
Hold my Gatorade and watch this. Over to left-hand wing. That's Finley Witchers. Down to 10 to shoot. They get it inside, but not going up was Janie Hansen. Back out again for an open three that won't go. Witchers with a miss. Rebound grabbed down by Everett. Alana Washington out of backcourt, changes direction, goes in. A little runner won't go. Fouled there. And
I think it's on the floor, which I feel is a good call right there. She kind of, Washington smartly put the ball up when she heard the whistle and felt the contact. But I agree. I thought that was a foul on the floor. Looks like a half a line change right here for the Warriors. 38 seconds until the quarter. Smart move by Coach Manning right there. Not sure how deep they go, but going to get 38 seconds plus the minute between quarters and probably sub those guys back in at the quarter.
They're going to give the foul to Janie Hansen.
Uh-oh.
That's her second personal foul.
That's not who they wanted that foul to be on, I can tell you that much.
Here's Woogumgag with the right hand. Puts it up, won't go. Airballs it, but it's going to be grabbed down by Edmonds-Woodway. Here come the Warriors. The shot clock and game clock are just about dead even, so they could play for one shot. Down by 9. Not sure you want to. Back to the basket there is Witchers. She's quadruple teamed. Someone's got to be open if you've got 4 defenders on you.
Yeah, not quite the way it's drawn up defensively. Sometimes you're like, well, we can get a double right there, but that's in the middle of the key, middle of the court right there. I feel there's a lot of spots right there.
Woogumgag with the foul, her first and the third team foul. On the inbounds it goes. Little put-up jumper that won't go by Witchers. Gets her own rebound, kicks it back out to Durbin, top of the key, down to 11 seconds ago. Changes direction, swing it over to the left-hand side to Stump. Inside to Durbin again. Fade away with 4 seconds to go. Puts it up and in. And the time will expire here. It was kind of online, but it did not go from about half court. We've played 1 in Everett. Our score, the Seagulls 16, the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 9. Back with the second quarter right after this timeout.
Let Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
You kind of wonder who knew about that.
Well, let's name names. Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad didn't know about that. Mom and Dad of head coach did not know about that time change, which they would probably know.
You would think. So here's Everett going in with it, and that's Atlanta Washington has the ball stripped away and is grabbed by Edmonds-Woodway. So Everett had the opening possession of the second quarter, but now Edmonds-Woodway takes it. Back to the basket down low is Stump, puts it up too hard, won't go, partially blocked, foul called on the rebound. I think they're going to get Sydney Stump. If they say number one, they do. He says number one, it gets the foul. Sydney Stump, her first personal foul, first team foul of the second quarter. Reset this year in high school basketball, reset at the quarter for the team fouls, no more 1-and-1.
And Edmonds-Woodway's down right now 16-9. They're down 7, but they're getting a lot of shots, Tom. They just can't get them into fall. I mean, I think they're probably shooting, we'll hear from statistician Colossus at halftime, but I bet they're shooting probably 20-ish. I mean, it's just one of those things you're like, it's great looks. If you're Coach Quinn Manning, you're like, we're getting the looks we hope to get. We just got to put them down.
Quinn Manning on her bench is her mom, Kelly Brewy. And we're talking Shorecrest High School royalty right there.
Well, and for some people that might recognize that, Quinn Brewy, who is now Quinn Manning head coach for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, former player in the Wesco Conference that we knew plenty of and did some games back in the day.
Here's a little runner up and in by Miley Woogumgag. Kind of worked it around the defender, put it up with the right hand, and then banked it in. It's a double score. You're putting up your hands. Where did that come from?
I'm not so certain that she had that plan when she got into the air, but she was kind of forced it. Well, I better put it up, and it went in. So, of course, it's one of those no, great shot, but maybe not next time.
Here's a runner no for Indira Carey Boxley. Missed it, and the defensive rebound grabbed down by Everett. Woogumgag, she can do some magic on this possession as well as Everett moves to our right in the home white uniforms. Trimmed in navy blue and gold. They try to force it down low. They get it down there to Tatum Smith and out for Barton. Bang! Down goes a three from Barton from outside and opens up now a 12-point lead.
And Emily Barton's a 6-foot sophomore for the Seagulls, but she really does most of her damage that I've seen this year. If the 3 games I think I've watched her play this year, she really likes to sit outside and shoot that. There's a lot of inside out. That with the attacks by Woogumgig, the Washington, she can kind of sit out there and be that gunner. Even though she's 6-footer, she has the ability to sit out there and shoot threes.
Turnover by Edmonds-Woodway as they have a bad pass that goes out of bounds. So Everett will take it, leading by a dozen. 6:01 to play, opening half here at Everett High School.
And with Janie Hansen on the bench with 2 fouls for the Warriors, they're having to kind of switch up who's going to be really face guarding Alana Washington in this game now.
Here's a turnover on the other end. Turnabout is fair play. Barton can't handle the pass from Woogumgag. It goes out of bounds, and Edmonds-Woodway will take the basketball.
Still that 2-3 zone by the Seagulls. They make it look like a 1-3-1 to start, but they kind of drop into that 2-3 once you get across that half-court line.
Runner by Durbin won't go. They tried to get the rebound. Boxley did. She couldn't handle it. Woogumgag did. Goes in, laying up. Missed it. No good. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Atlanta Washington, so it will be back into the possession of the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half and a 21-9 lead.
And here we go, a 2-2-1 full court press right now by the Seagulls. Broken pretty easily right there by the Warriors, but we'll look to see if the Seagulls get that on a second time here.
That's Witchers has it in the key, swings it over the left-hand side for a 3. It's Abby Porter, puts up a 3. That's an air ball too long. And Atlanta Washington gets it. One-hand pass to the baseline left. Rattles out a shot. No good by Tatum Smith. That was a tough luck shot. It looked like a good look. And it's going to be taken by Durbin. Comes down as the ball disrupted. And it was finally safe from going out of bounds. Then Stump up fakes for a 3. Had the ball slap right back at her. Give it off to Durbin. 16 to shoot. Durbin goes to the deck. And she traveled with the basketball. She's contending, I think she got tripped. But I think she kind of just tripped over the back leg of Atlanta Washington.
Yeah, I kind of think a little like we were just saying about Miley Woogumgig, who went into the air without really a plan. It worked out for a bucket for her. I think that time Natalie Durbin kind of turned the corner without really much of a plan in place. Unfortunately, kind of unraveled and got a turnover right there for her.
So Everett with the basketball. Miley Woogumgig on the dribble top of the key. And a timeout called here by Daryl McNeil of the Everett Seagulls. We step out. 4:36 to play in the first half. Everett 21, Edmonds-Woodway 9.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
21-9 the score. Edmonds-Woodway has yet to put a point up in this quarter with 16-9 at the end of the first. We're in the second. The winner advances. The loser goes home in these play-in games, which are 4 in the Wesco 3A, which includes also then the Northwest Conference as well. So back underway, and it's Everett basketball, outside 3 that won't go. It's going to be a miss by Atlanta Washington. Grabbed down by Edmonds-Woodway. Bringing it up is Naomi Lim. Back out to Durbin, out by the big blue logo in the center, the big blue E, which is upside down to where we're watching it, but that's just the way it works out.
I won't fault you for it.
Durbin kind of looked at an NBA 3 ball, didn't take it. She's on the dribble, just back and forth and back and forth. The rest of her teammates are kind of standing around. Back over, and she'll put it up. She gets fouled.
Absolutely.
Bark.
Absolutely. And that is one of those that Durbin knows there's 3 on the shot clock right there. Got to get it off. Just put it up there. She's a great shooter, Tom, but I don't know if that was going to work at all. And Barton just absolutely fouls her, bails her out right there.
Yep. First personal foul, first team foul of this quarter. And now Natalie Durbin will be at the free throw line for the Warriors. First one good. Gets them into double figures. Their first point of the quarter. We're at 3:59 to play in the first half.
And, Tom, you kind of feel already, I know we still have 4 minutes to go in the second quarter right here, but you kind of feel like this is where Edmonds-Woodway needs to be if they're going to get this game. It's probably going to be just staying within striking distance all game, and then hopefully using that momentous finish that they talk about that Coach Manning said that they just get stronger and stronger as the game goes on to do it. And I think it's going to be at the free throw line. Unfortunately, right there, Durbin goes 2 for 3.
Yep.
Fouled on that 3-pointer, so she got 3. But hopefully they can get some more at the free throw line if you're a Warriors fan.
Everett with the basketball. Espinoza on the dribble. She goes to the deck. We're going to have a foul called here. Now the officials are going to, they're going to get the underneath official is going to call it. It's going to be whistled on Durbin. That's going to be her first personal foul, second team foul of the quarter. Yeah, baseline out of bounds for Everett.
She's not liking it, but it was absolutely the foul. It's more that it was called kind of late after she'd already secured the loose ball and was kind of looking to go there. So understand the frustration as a player, but absolutely the right call.
Espinoza has a takedown move there on the defender, but she gets a pass off, goes over to the right side, laying up and good. But Ella Bellanoine, and it's a 23-11 score. The lead is 12, equaling Everett's biggest lead of the ball game. Now Durbin brings it across the timeline. Over left side to Lim. Now on top to Fajardo. Back over to Lim. Puts up a 3. Down it goes. Naomi Lim, the 5'6 senior, buries it from the left wing. And it's 23-14. Down to a 9-point lead now. Coming up on 3 minutes of play in this half.
Just keep chipping. Just keep staying close.
Atlanta Washington. Dribble drive to the baseline. Kick it back out. Espinoza, 3 on the way. Tried to bank it. Wouldn't go. Rebound grabbed by Abby Porter for the Warriors.
I guess we discovered what time the bank does close. It was open earlier.
It was.
It is no longer open, unfortunately.
I think even the drive-thru is closed now.
It must have been.
You have to go to the cash machine. Changing direction here over to Durbin. She kind of eyed a 3, didn't take it. Dribbles across the top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Right side baseline 12-footer that won't go for Abby Porter. And then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edmonds-Woodway. It'll be Everett Seagull basketball. Miley Woogumgeg kind of just wandering away from the official. The official keeps going, come here. I want you inbounded here by the S of Seagulls. And she had gone all the way down to the first E of Everett. So,
and I think she was trying to listen to her coach. Maybe we'll go with that.
Okay.
But she got closer to her coach, but further away from the official with the ball.
So Everett with the basketball, leading it by 9. 2:17 to play in the first half. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Atlanta Washington back to the basket. Kind of changing direction. Down to 8 seconds to go. Back to Alana again, right side down to 5. Kind of a step-through move, lost the handle on it, and lost the basketball. And Finley Witcher says, look what I found. And out of backcourt, here come the Warriors. Durbin across the timeline as they swing it deep in the corner to Porter. Back out again to Durbin, 18 on the shot clock.
2-3 zone still there by the Seagulls, just trying to limit that since they don't have as much length as they normally do for that 1-3-1.
Runner by Durbin won't go, and grabbing the rebound is Emily Barton. She was not going to be denied for that one, and she'll dribble it herself out of backcourt. Brings it across the timeline, swing a pass right side to Miley Woogumgeg. She starts to dribble, then backs out across the top of the key. Alana Washington shoots a 3 and hits a 3. You're quick and catch and release.
You're kind of waiting for that moment, David. The Warriors have done a really good job. At this moment now, it's Naomi Lim chasing her around, really trying to prevent Alana Washington from getting a look. And she caught that one clean, and Lim kind of stayed back. And in the words of Mark Jackson, hand down, man down, and Washington put that up for an easy 3.
Sydney Stump for an easy 2. Goes around a couple of defenders on the other end for Edmonds-Woodway. 26-16, 10-point lead. Inside a minute to play in this second quarter. Espinoza now to Barton, top of the key. Swing a right-hand side. Open 3 look, won't go this time. Bounces off. Bellenois with a miss. And it's going to be controlled by Edmonds-Woodway. Down by 10. 22 to shoot. 34 on the game clock. Second quarter. Goes to Finley Witchers. Kicks it over the corner for Abby Porter. A 3. It's an air ball offline. Alana Washington grabs it. They can play for one, but they've got numbers here. The runner by Woogumgeg won't go. She goes to the deck, and a foul's going to be called here, and that's going to – she was on her way to shoot, so they're going to get Abby Porter for that one. That'll be her first personal foul and the third team foul, and Woogumgeg will be at the free throw line with a couple of foul shots.
And, you know, that was kind of a little bit of a 1-on-2, if you will. They had numbers back in front of her, but when you have I was thinking the same thing as you can pull this out, play for one, get a set. But teams that run, and Everett is absolutely a team that likes to run and push, and they have multiple ball handlers that want to push that ball. That's kind of what they do. That's what they do. And even though maybe you and I are both thinking, let's get a set, get that last shot.
Right.
That's not their MO. That's not their culture for them. And they push that ball, and that's what they expect to do all season long.
Miley Woogumgeg with the first free throw has her 10th point. And it'll stay there. She misses the next one, but the rebound's grabbed down by Espinoza. Back off for Woogumgeg. She tried for 13 points, and it wouldn't go as it rims off. And Durbin grabs the rebound. Up the floor it goes, right side. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Dribbling into traffic and then traveling with the basketball. She knew, Finley Witchers knew as soon as she did it, like, I'll just look the other way. No one will notice.
And I think she was looking for Durbin right there, but it looked like kind of a defender. I think Espinosa just kind of happened to just shield right in front of Durbin at the wrong moment for Wickers.
Here comes Atlanta, down to 2, down to 1. The runner's on the way. It won't go. And we will come to the end of the first half of action here, where the Everett Seagulls have opened up now a 27-16 lead over the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. The winner advances, and the loser will be done for the year. Your thoughts here in the first half?
Well, I was just counting up right there. We said they should hold for one, and the Seagulls actually got 3 different possessions in the last 20.1. Tom, there's a reason why you and I are up here.
That's right.
I guess you've been up here, but there's a reason why I got demoted down to up here. But you know, I think that's exactly how you'd hope if you're Daryl McNeil without Mae Washington, and that is don't even want to talk about how the big a loss that is for them. But without her, I don't know if you could have hoped for that half to go any different. I mean, 27-16 going with an 11-point lead. You know, I don't think that's what Quinn Manning for the Warriors was hoping for at all. I was probably hoping to get that down to maybe 5 or 6. But regardless, you think they get stronger as the game goes on. That's what you're going to go tell your team at halftime if you're the Warrior coaching staff. As we get stronger, we do better in the second half. Go win the second half, but you got to do it by 12.
And the lights have gone off here. They got the wrestling light, center light on, and the cheer team going to do a dance for us. And we will take a break and come back, take a look at scores of other ball games, and take a look at what else is going on in the district tournament in the 2A, 3A, and the 4A level. Our score at the half, the Everett Seagulls 27, the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 16. This is Northwest District Tournament Basketball.
Red light. This is what we train for, every day.
We just received new intel that there's an enemy presence at the airstrip compound.
All those years. When you're the first to arrive, it's not enough to be ready. You have to be relentless. It's our job to control the ground and the sky, wherever they may meet, even behind enemy lines. They call us one-man air traffic control towers, but we're more than that.
Ivy Lima Charlie, break. Airfield is stable. You are clear to land.
We turn hell into an airstrip. And clear the way for others to follow.
The 4A girls, they're playing tonight. They're playing games. Number 4 Wesco Glacier Peak playing at number 5 Kinko Issaquah, and then Mount Si is playing at Kamiak, and they will play again on Saturday. In the 3A boys, opened last night. Marysville-Getchell beat Ferndale. It was Everett over Stanwood, 72-60. Overtime, Snohomish loses to Monroe. Monroe 54, Snohomish 52. And another overtime game, Shorewood beat Edmonds-Woodway 62-56. So the Friday games in the 3A boys district, Marysville-Getchell will be at Arlington. Everett is at Mount Vernon. Monroe is at Shorecrest. Shorewood is at Mount Lake Terrace. And the 3A girls tonight, Monroe is at Ferndale. Stanwood is at Oak Harbor. The game we're doing right now, Edmonds-Woodway at Everett. Shorewood is playing at Shorecrest. And on Saturday, Snohomish, Meadowdale, Linwood, and Arlington are awaiting the winners of those games. 27-16, Everett leading Edmonds-Woodway. We'll come back, take a look at the first half numbers right after this timeout.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun, I promise you.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
Go second half getting underway with Edmonds-Woodway with the basketball going in with a shot that won't go for Indira Boxley, and then it's going to be a battle for it on the floor and controlled by Everett. Seagulls with the basketball. Moving it down left to our left now in this second half. Here is Woogumgang up with a shot up and in, and opens up now and gives Everett their biggest lead of the game, up by 13 at 29-16.
2-2-1 press right away by the Seagulls.
And here's it pays off. They get a steal and then a foul called. I think the foul is going to be after Everett already got possession of the basketball.
Yep, that's going to be, it looks like I think they're going to get, who is that he just mentioned?
Jade Fajarillo.
Yeah, yes, he is there with her second foul. And in a way, that might have been better because it sure stopped an Alana Washington fast break. It looked like it was going to be a Woogum to a Washington fast break, two-pointer.
Here's Alana Washington with it. Starts to dribble, goes left side over to Barton. Back on top of the keys. They swing it back. Looking for Washington at the baseline. She got knocked over Wilgumgate coming out, and she is limping. Actually, Espinoza is limping coming out of backcourt as Edmonds-Woodway has it on the attack now to our right. They'll slow things down just a little bit. Natalie Durbin still on the dribble, changes direction, guarded by Espinoza, goes right side. That closed off by Barton. 13 to shoot. They swing it over to Wickers, and now to the left-hand side, it goes to Hansen. Back to Durbin again, down to 4 to shoot. Corner shot, 3 on the way that won't go. Missed by Witchers, but kept alive by Witchers. Gets her own rebound, and then she's on the floor. It's going to be picked up by Durbin. So a reload here for Edmonds-Woodway. Durbin on the dribble. Swings it across the top of the key. Back to Durbin again. Open, not really open, but she puts up a 3 anyway that will not go. And the offside rebound taken down by Lainey Thompson, who sat most of that first half in foul trouble. Now Wilgumgate spin move, puts it up with the left hand. Won't go. Rebound taken down by by Indira Corey Boxley. And they'll bring it out of backcourt. Edmonds-Woodway, the ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. They're going to say it stays in possession of Edmonds-Woodway. Warriors in the green, dark green uniforms, trimmed in purple and white numbers, with Edmonds-Woodway across the front as they inbound it here. We're on the mezzanine level here at the pit at Everett High School. Joe Richer Court, the Norm Lowry Gymnasium. Bad pass across the floor, safe and going out of bounds. That puts up into the seats goes one of the players for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, Boxley. Alana Washington has it on the dribble, left-hand side. Now to Espinoza, dribble drive through the paint, puts it up and in. She's been limping up and down the floor this whole second half, but didn't stop her from putting in the bucket and making it now a 15-point lead for the Seagulls.
Absolutely. Great take by Espinoza right there. Hopefully she's able to continue pushing through this pain, but just really, really impressive offensive move. She turned the corner.
Runner with the right hand, up and in. Jade Fajardo with the bucket, and it's 31-18. And Alana Washington's kind of holding her stomach. I think it's getting physical out there.
Yeah, and that's one of those things when you get to play a basketball and you're playing for your life, it's not dirty, it's not chippy, it's just physical. And that's what you like to see in playoff games, though, is putting it all on the line, both teams.
Dribble drive, Wilgumgate off the window, too hard, no good. Rebound grabbed down by Indira Carey Boxley. Goes to the center line, up to Janie Hansen. Almost lost it at the logo. Now to Durbin, back to Hansen again. Starts the dribble, backs away from trouble. Hansen still on the dribble, goes Durbin right side. They dump it inside to Fajardo, goes in, too short, no good. Back up, no good.
And there's that bounciness that Coach Manning talked about in the pregame from Indira Carey Boxley. Only a sophomore, 5'10", but boy, she did real hoppy right there. Love seeing that offensive rebound, grab that ball. I wasn't sure if it was Barton or Thompson kind of had their hands on it. Thought they had it, and then Boxies came flying from behind, grabbed that out, going to the free throw line right now.
Barton with the foul, her second personal foul, first team foul, first free throw is good. And finally, Daryl McNeil has seen enough of the limping Selena Espinoza. Said, why don't you come sit down and put some ice on that thing?
Yeah, I don't think she's icing. I think it's a sit down, take a minute or two, and you're probably going back in.
Air ball on the second one by Carey Boxley. Won't go. She goes to the bench.
First one was good. Nice little stroke to that, and just missed on the second one.
So out of bounds for Edmonds-Woodway. No, it's not for Edmonds-Woodway.
Yeah.
She tried.
Janie Hansen ran down there. I think she knew the whole time. I can't tell. It looked like she might have known the whole time. She's like, oh, I was going to see if you're going to hand it to me or not. Alana Washington kind of looked like, hey, ref, isn't this my ball? I think so.
So Everett with it. Moving to our left in the white home jerseys with navy blue numbers, gold trim. Alana Washington saves them from going out of bounds to Wilgumgate. Back to Washington again. Fade away from 13 feet away, up and in. Alana Washington with the bucket. It's a 14-point lead, 33-19. She's got 12 points in the ball game. That's Hansen. Give it off to Naomi Lim. Dribble drive along the right-hand side. Back to Durbin again. Starts the dribble, goes between a couple of defenders, swings a pass in the corner for a three ball that won't go for Abby Porter. Back up. This one won't go by Naomi Lim off the offensive rebound. And then a push foul is going to be called, trying to grab the defensive rebound here. And they're going to call this one on Naomi Lim, her first personal foul. And that is going to be the second team foul of the quarter. And it'll be Everett Seagull basketball. 3:43 to go in quarter number 3. 33-19 score. The lead for Everett on their home floor. Little runner that won't go. Missed by Tatum Smith, but she's going to go to the free throw line. I think she knew she was going to get fouled, so she just flung it up there.
Tatum Smith kind of feels like she has that elusive. You don't really know the quickness to it. She catches it. It's not a lull you to sleep thing, but all of a sudden she can rip that and just kind of reverse pivot right on by. And I like the sophomores, just kind of quickness to the hoop, quickness to the rim right there. Nice shooting stroke from the free throw line. Yes, Everett's going to be graduating some players here whenever their postseason run ends, but they still have a few players left out that are going to be just fine. The Seagulls next year.
Second free throw will not go, so the lead is 15, equals Everett's biggest lead of the contest. 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The winner advances and plays on Saturday night. 10 seconds in backcourt. You can tell because there's 19 on the shot clock, and that will be 10 seconds violation. It'll be Everett Seagull basketball.
And that was off a missed shot right there that Everett threw that press on, something they definitely talked about at halftime, I'm sure, about doing that. And it looked like it was a 2-2-1, but Alana Washington looked like maybe the only person up top on it. With 6'1" length, she can absolutely do that by herself.
A runner by Woolgamgeg won't go. Offensive rebound grabbed down there by Lainey Thompson, and she got fouled. And so they will call the foul here on Sydney Stumpf. Her second personal foul, fourth team foul already here in this quarter. Just one for Everett. Everett basketball leading it by 15 points. Dribble drive in. I thought Woolgamgeg got fouled. There was no call there. She lost the handle of the basketball. It's picked up by a teammate. And then finally they will call a foul. And Naomi Lim, I think, is going to pick up another foul. That's going to be her third personal foul.
And you know, Tom, I like when refs don't bail out players that sometimes kind of go in there and maybe don't really have something that they necessarily had at the right spot or the right time. Right. I like that. I kind of felt that Woolgamgeg kind of went in there and just kind of was looking for the contact to fling it up. And I like that they said, no, we're not going to bail you out here. We're going to make you play through it. And you get to that a lot of times in the postseason, Tom, where you see refs not swallow their whistles. No. Where they say, we're going to make you have to make basketball plays and strong plays, and we're going to reward being strong with the ball as you go to the rim, as opposed to just kind of being a little haphazard with it. So like to see that those basketball plays winning out in the referees' minds.
Next free throw is good. It's 35-19. 16-point lead for Everett, their biggest lead of the contest. Still applying that full court pressure, trapping in front court. Now ball's hit back into back court, and they're going to have a foul call. Maybe a little too aggressive on the trapping defense. And this one will be on Washington. Alana Washington, her first personal foul. Third team foul. And out of bounds now for Edmonds-Woodway. Warriors on the attack to our right. On top is Janie Hansen. Hansen on the dribble, goes into trouble. Kicks it off to Durbin. She's really in trouble. She's been in there a long time. Kick it back out for an open three that won't go for Stumpf. And the rebound grabbed down by Barton for Everett. Long up-court pass goes down to Washington at the baseline. Saved it from going out of bounds. Kicks it into Thompson. Puts up a shot from 13 feet away that won't go. Barton will shoot and shoot a three. She goes to the seat of her pants looking for a foul. No call there. Grabbed by Edmonds-Woodway. Durbin out of back court. Dribbles to the baseline. Ran out of real estate. Kicks it back out for an open three on the way. Offline right, no good. Put back, no good. The putback by Jade Fajardo, that will not go. Woolgamgeg gets it down to Washington for the laying up and good. She got fouled. Help me out, Boyer. I'm tired. It was end-to-end action there for a second.
I was trying to count. I didn't even know what I was counting anymore. No, that was definitely one of those moments right there. Janie Hansen's three goes up for Edwood and just didn't get it to go. But on that closeout, Alana Washington kind of blew past her. Not a cherry-picking thing, but ended up already at half court. That long pass ahead. She kind of had that uncontested lay-in, but I think it was Stumpf that came and chased her down, and I think the ball was already through the hoop when she made that contact. I think Alana Washington was kind of surprised by that, kind of went to the floor haphazardly, but she's shooting just fine.
And so it'll be 37-19 the score. A couple of free throws there. Here's a runner that won't go. It's going to be a miss by Naomi Lim. A putback attempt that wouldn't go for Stumpf, and it's going to be grabbed down by Everett. Then Woogumgay can't flag it down, and it goes into out-of-bounds area. Down by the Everett boys coaching staff. As they were leaving after their practice, Coach Bobby Thompson says, let's all go to the girls' game tonight and support them. They were here last night for us.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things you see a lot of times with the Seagulls, with Everett. Everett High School likes to support their athletics and their teams. You love the pit setting here. It doesn't surprise me to see a pretty full house tonight with the girls' game. I'm sure they had the exact same with the guys' game last night.
Here's a little runner for the right hand, up and in. Jade Fajardo for Edmonds-Woodway, and it's 37-21. The lead is 16 points again. It was 18 there for a moment. Minute 27 to go in the third quarter. Everett kind of having their way here in the second half. Down low to Thompson. She dumps it over to a teammate. Back to Thompson. Blocked back into her face. Then it's going to be grabbed by Edmonds-Woodway. Grabbed by Jade Fajardo. Minute 10 to play in the quarter. And then going up in the air for the interception was Alana Washington. And I think they're going to call defensive pass interference off the interception.
And, the hard part with that, they're going to get Indira Carey-Boxley on that. It's just her first, but it was kind of one of those things. Alana Washington made such an athletic play coming from out of nowhere to just, you're right, just intercept, pick that pass off. But when she landed, Carey-Boxley's kind of right in their space right there. It's kind of like, I didn't try to foul her. She just landed on me. Hence that Alana Washington going to the free throw line.
First free throw, no good. Yeah, the foul had been called on Indira Carey-Boxley, her first personal foul. We're in the bonus here in this third quarter. Minute 7 to play in the third.
Natalie Durbin going to the bench right there. There's a minute 7 left in the third quarter. I'm pretty sure, Tom, this will be the last time she checks out, unless it's late in the fourth quarter if it just gets out of hand. But minute 7 right now, minute in between quarters, and that's probably all she's going to get before she's back in the game.
So here comes Edmonds-Woodway after the made free throw. The lead is 17 points. Little step-through move. They swing it over the right side. Shot on the way. Offside, no good. Lim back up, no good by Jade Fajardo. So Lim with a miss, Fajardo with a miss, and Fajardo is going to go to the free throw line. And they're going to whistle this one on Bella Nguyen. Picks up her first personal foul. And a free throw here. First one is good. We're back with you next week for a second round Western Conference Northwest District playoff game. We just don't know which night or where or who.
So we don't know a lot, but we know we're going to be broadcasting next week.
We'll be somewhere next week. We know that. Not sure who, not sure when, but we'll wait to see what happens this weekend as the district tournament continues. Reload here on the outside shot. Up, no good by Finley Witchers. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Everett. So Edmonds-Woodway retains possession of their front court down to our right. Durbin didn't even last the quarter on the bench.
Well, I said a minute 7. It's 45 seconds now, so 15.
Well, you were talking real time.
Yeah,
not
guess
game
so.
time.
I guess so. I was thinking it was going to be game time, but
okay.
But 15 plus 7, 22 seconds. There's some free throw shots. She got enough rest, but you do think this is an opportunity with an out-of-bounds play underneath the hoop for the Warriors, hopefully, to get the ball in Durbin's hands, maybe in a three-pointer or two, but some buckets, some points.
Long outside pass on the inbounds goes to Janie Hansen. Now to Durbin. She dumps it to Fajardo, and then the ball's going to be knocked away. It's going to be grabbed by Woogumgay for Everett. She'll slow things down. 30 on the shot clock. 29 on the game clock. Here's a shot on the way. Rims off, no good. Tough luck shot outside. The rebound grabbed down by Edmonds-Woodway. And Carey-Boxley brings it up. Here's Durbin, shoots a three. Front of the iron, no good. And the rebound's going to be grabbed down by the Seagulls. Grabbed by Akila Shah. Off it goes to Alana Washington with 10 seconds to go. Up the floor. Shot on the way. It's going to be too long. No good. Won't go. Bella Nguyen with the miss. The rebound controlled by Edmonds-Woodway. 2-1. Shot will count it if it goes, and almost did. Chalmers banked it in. We are at the end of 3 quarters of play, and our score, the Everett Seagulls 38 and the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 22. Back with more from Everett High School after this timeout.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Welcome back. Tom Lafferty along with Joel Boyer. We've got Alex Clausius here on the book. Tornado Ted Beener at the controls in downtown Everett. Todd Elvig is hanging around here as well. Glad you're with us here on this Thursday night. Everett with the basketball, moving to our left. That is Atlanta Washington. Dribbles drive to the baseline, goes in around a couple of defenders, missed the lay-in, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed down, nearly stolen away. It was grabbed there by Carrie Boxley and up the floor. Here comes, boy, that's Durbin. That's a nice, I don't know how she made it through there, but she squeezed her way through.
Well, it wasn't a Euro step, but boy, she took long strides getting herself all the way to there.
And now Everett doesn't even bounce the basketball, and they get it down to Lainey Thompson for an easy bucket.
Pass, lay-in. It's kind of the way you draw it up in practice. You wish it would happen sometime in a game, and it did right there for the Seagulls.
And here's a steal, grabbed by Woogumgeg. Feeds it down to Thompson again. She'll dump it to Barton. Lost the handle, gets it back, puts it up. Too hard, no good. Tried to get her own rebound. She really kind of did, but then she kind of lost the basketball to Finley Witchers. Here comes Durbin out of backcourt. Ball knocked out of bounds by Selena Espinoza of the Everett Seagulls. And it'll be inbounded here. So Everett up by 16 points with 6:53 to play in the basketball game. The winner advances, plays on Saturday night against the Linwood Royals. The loser is done for the year in this play-in game. Across the top of the key they go. Swing it right side to Durbin again. In the corner. Working it now is Finley Witchers. Shot on the way. Won't go. And the rebound controlled by Everett. Atlanta Washington will bring it out of backcourt.
And Janie Hansen's still doing a yeoman's job right now, playing man-to-man on the much longer and taller Washington, but not giving up anything.
Here's Thompson, has her shot rejected out of bounds. So they'll throw it inbounds at the baseline. 14 on the shot clock. 6:13 to play in the game.
What was that word Coach Manning used? Bouncy, I think? What was that she said about that sophomore Indira Carey Boxley right there? She literally just sprang right out and blocked that. Well, I think what was probably going to be an easy lay-in for Lainey Thompson, but she came from behind and just swatted that ball. I think Thompson kind of looked like, where'd you come from right there?
Yeah, Coach Manning didn't look at our broadcast team and think bouncy.
She didn't? Well, we didn't have AC here at the moment when she's, yeah, you're right. That's fair.
The foul's going to be called on Natalie Durbin. That's her second personal foul, first team foul of this fourth quarter. 6:05 to play in the game. Lead is 16 points for Everett.
And buckets are just a premium right now for Edmonds-Woodway. It's just difficult to get anything going with the longer zone looks of the Seagulls.
Turnaround jumper won't go for Woogumgeg, a miss there. And here come the Seagulls. Here come the Warriors against the Seagulls. Warriors in the front court. Natalie Durbin out on the dribble. Swing it over to Janie Hansen. Back to Durbin again. Dribble drive to the baseline. Nearly tripped up there. She goes around three defenders and lays it up and in.
Just persistent right there, taking that baseline away. And you see some pressure right now by the Warriors attempting to get some man-to-man pressure, kind of a run and jump press there. Oh, got away with the travel, I think, right there. Atlanta Washington might have.
Here's a corner three, up and in. It goes. Selena Espinoza buries the three. And it's out now to a 17-point lead for Everett. Within a point of their biggest lead of the game, up by 18. Looks like Daryl McNeil is going to maybe start putting some fresh subs in. Shot on the way by Durbin that won't go. And the rebound is going to be grabbed there by Sydney Stumpf, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Whistle this one on Emily Barton, her third personal foul. And Sydney Stumpf will be at the free throw line, 5'8" senior. She eyes the Oop, puts it up too hard. No good. Checking in now for Edmonds-Woodway. Indira Carey-Boxley checks back in.
You know, there's a time here. There's 5 minutes left to play in this game, and it's really starting to look like it's going to be a Herculean effort for the Warriors to come back and get this win. But you kind of start to wonder for Coach McNeil, what time's the time you want to get some rest and keep some of these players from maybe getting injured another time or just kind of beat up in the physicality of this game.
So checking in now, Haley Euler is in now for the Everett Seagulls. First time we've seen her this year. She was played mainly junior varsity, but made the traveling squad here for the it's a nice pass. Nice pass to Wilgumgeg for the bucket. Then she nearly gets a steal, had the ball momentarily, but grabbed back and stolen back by Edmonds-Woodway. Janie Hansen. Give it off to Carey Boxley. Now to Durbin, and the blocking foul is going to be called. Selena Espinoza must go and just live in an ice bath after every game.
I'm guessing the training staff probably waits till about mid-fourth quarter and then gets that ready just for her. But you've seen Washington, Alana Washington going to the deck a few times tonight as well. I'm sure they're probably getting side-by-side ice buckets ready or ice baths ready for these girls.
Dribble drive along the right side, putting it up too hard, no good by Carey Boxley. Kept alive by Edmonds-Woodway. Back out on top it goes to Durbin. Puts up a foul shot from the foul line that won't go, and the foul is going to be called on Alana Washington. Yeah, Washington picks up her second personal foul and the third team foul, 45-26, 19-point lead for Everett. And Natalie Durbin can cut into that lead. She does. And Edmonds-Woodway putting a substitute in as well. Jade Fajardo will come in.
Warriors' best friend right now is free throws, scoring while the clock is stopped.
Next free throw is good. 45-28. Lead is 17. Little full court pressure here by Edmonds-Woodway. Into front court goes Espinoza. Guess what? She ends up on the floor. Checking in now for Everett will be Akila Shaw. And Espinoza will go to the bench. Shaw is in. She'll be the recipient. No, she won't. Wilgumgeg will be the recipient of the pass on the inbounds from Alana Washington. Wilgumgeg dribbles across the big blue E logo in the center. Blue and gold logo. Foul called underneath, as we're just under 4 minutes now to play in the game. This is going to be on Sydney Stump for the Warriors. Her third personal foul, second team foul. And out of bounds at the baseline. Just about everybody in the building, nobody's left, but they're all looking at their phones. See if they can see some scores.
Yeah, we do have some score updates when we get a chance.
Okay. Atlanta Washington shoots a three. Won't go. Rattles off. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be won there by Edmonds-Woodway. Warriors out of back court. Durbin brings it up. Changes direction. Splits the defense. Should have been a travel there somewhere. The ball never hit the deck, and it went about 20 feet magically. Up the floor it goes. Wilgumgeg swings a pass over to, wrong player. That's Jade Fajardo, but then it's going to be stolen back by Atlanta Washington in back court. Back into front court they go. Wilgumgeg looked at a three, didn't take it. Instead, they'll slow things down, maybe work a little bit of clock. I'm not sure that's in Everett's vocabulary, working the clock. Long outside three that will not go. Missed by Wilgumgeg. Rebound grabbed down there by Akila Shaw. Now to Atlanta Washington again. Dribble drive to the baseline. Closed off there. Kicks it back out. Wide open for a three, and down it goes. That is Haley Euler with the bucket. Buries a three, and much to the delight of the crowd.
Absolutely. That's a freshman right there getting into the playoffs, working herself probably up from a swing position, but getting a big three to drop right there on the assist from senior Alana Washington.
And you're in the playoff scorebook.
Absolutely. Well, you're in as soon as you make a foul.
Right.
That's something I always kept in mind. I'm like, well, at least get a foul call on you so you're going to get in the book. But that's a better way to do it right there. Haley Euler with that three-pointer for Everett.
And they inbounded alongside as they were also bringing in substitutes. The officials were out of communication there. I think they're going to now allow the substitution. They'll just kind of do a little re-rack here.
Yep. Put him back. Do it again.
Ball game no longer in doubt with a 20-point lead for Everett. They will advance and play on Saturday against the Linwood Royals. Long pass down low, but it's going to be stolen away by Stump. Up the floor they come, and it's going to be stolen right back the other way by Akila Shaw. And then a foul called, trying to steal the ball back again. And this is going to be on Durbin, I do believe. Yes, it is. Her third personal and the third team foul. And now a couple of more subs will come in and off for the Everett Seagulls. Akila Shaw will throw it in. Woogumgag remains on the floor. Alana Washington just went to the bench. That is Euler trying to send a pass in down low. It's going to be stolen away, though, by Edmonds-Woodway. Grabbed by Naomi Lim.
Great hands right there by Lim, being able to dislodge that pass.
Down low to Stump. Closed off defensively. Kick it back out for Durbin. Shoots a three. Airballs it. Airmails it to the out of bounds and up into the second deck there in the end zone where some students are, I think they're eating cup of noodles.
Possibly. It's quite popular these days with the high school kids, Tom.
Bad. The sodium's bad for you, though.
So. It might get you in the end.
That's right.
But not at their age.
Everett with the basketball, leading it by 20. Inside 2 minutes now to play. Little overplay on the defense. Who's got it? No, it's still going to be Everett. They have it. Down to the deck goes Tatum Smith. And the foul's going to be whistled here.
And senior Sydney Stump right there for the Warriors. Good hands to get her fingers on a couple different passes right there. Wasn't able to secure the steal, but definitely making sure that was tipped around enough. Unfortunately, though, she just got whistled for her fifth foul, and she fouled out of this game. Senior playoffs, definitely going to be a little bit emotional, but you think she's worked hard to get her team to this point to actually get into the playoffs. So kudos to that senior right there.
Coach Quinn Manning down and comforting her like, well, yep, that's it. Your season's over. Your career's over, probably. Out on top of the key, shot on the way, banked is open, and Everett again. They reopen for Tatum Smith.
I'm not sure which branch they're using here, but it seemed.
Yeah, maybe it's the mobile app.
Must be. They must have some extra hours, 24/7 on the mobile app, I guess.
51-28, minute 15 to play in the game. Right side, three on the way, rattles and goes. That's going to be a two. They're going to say inside the line. It's a two in and good for Naomi Lim. Coming up on a minute to play in the game. Dribble drive along the baseline with less than a minute to play. Who do you like for our player of the game? We're going to Lana? You think Woogumgag?
I think both of them have had to put their mark and their stamp on this game, of course. I don't think you can go wrong with either one right there.
Or we're going to think Woogumgag? Well, we'll talk about
it. Give us a minute with this last minute here.
Down low, right side for Edmonds-Woodway. Scar has it. Madeline Scar into the ball game. Here's a shot on the way. Fouled from behind Naomi Lim with 39.8 seconds to go. I kept thinking maybe one of the coaches was going to call a timeout here just to settle things down, but I think they're just let's get done.
No.
Everett's going to advance and play Linwood, and Edmonds-Woodway is going to get in the bus and go home.
Yep. I was kind of thinking the same thing at about the 5-minute mark. I was like, I have a feeling Coach Manning's going to sit on her timeouts and not worry about those.
And now he's going to.
And she's going to sub her seniors out here as a nice curtain call. Great thing by a great coach right there, getting those seniors.
Yep.
Their final moments here.
They will all come out. It's all subs on the floor for the Seagulls now. As Alana Washington exited, Woogumgag exited a couple of minutes ago. Naomi Lim at the free throw line. Next free throw will not go. Rebound's going to be grabbed by. We're going to have a jump ball. I think that may be our first held ball tonight.
I think it might have been.
Yeah, we haven't touched the arrow. It's going to be Warrior basketball. We have our
arrow might have gotten
hidden there.
Yeah.
So here's a ball was knocked out of bounds. So it will be Everett Seagull basketball with 32.8 seconds to play in the game. They lead it by 20 points. See if we don't have a foul here. We'll just let this one wind to a close. Boyer, you make the call on our Marysville Toyota player of the game.
Yeah, putting it in my hands. I really feel like it was Alana Washington,
Okay.
Overcoming what she did without having her twin sister there. You see that article in the paper just this week talking about that. But I think she settled the nerves. Any moment they needed something, and any moment they needed a big bucket, she was the one that stepped up in those moments.
Down to 4, down to 3. Ball goes out of bounds. It's second team on second team here the last few moments of this one. 3.4 seconds ago. 51-31 the score right now. Unless Edmonds-Woodway can quickly bring it up the floor, but they're not even going to make an attempt, and that will be our final score. The Everett Seagulls 51, Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 31. Stay with us. Our postgame coming up. We'll talk with our Marysville Toyota player of the game, Alana Washington. We'll do that coming up. Again, the final score, 51-31, the Seagulls over the Warriors. Coming back with a postgame show right here on KRKO.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
And they're going to she's making her way up here.
She's jogging over here. I'm trying to give her the sign. You can slow down. We'll give you time.
We'll get her set up here to stand and make sure we get. You can sit. You want to sit down? Sure. Oh, you need to sit down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to have her sit down.
Okay.
The rest of us didn't do a thing. You were out there playing, so you have to. You can have a seat there.
Yes. Wait, should I look at you or the camera?
You look at whoever you want to.
Okay.
Or maybe like you do in class, just stare off blindly into space.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ted, we're back, right? Yeah, we are back. I think we're all live. So here we go. It is Alana Washington. Is it different playing when your sister's not playing?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes.
You feel like your shadow's not with you?
Yeah, no, she's just my equal, like fully. She knows how to find me on the court like nobody else. I'm not to say everybody did well this game, but we just had that connection, and it's different definitely not playing with her. She also adds just so much to the team, but her just being there, a presence, is really helpful. So yeah, I'm thankful she's here.
You could absolutely see her on the bench. You could tell, of course, wants to play,
Right.
but her giving so much just through talking to teammates,
Yeah.
high fiving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that's going to be something that's going to be continuing to evolve for you guys. But talk about those role players getting to step into some of those. Obviously, the whole rotation changes.
Yes, seriously.
But cool to see a team effort right there.
Yes, I know. Everybody came in and did their part. Like, I don't know if you saw. Well, you obviously saw Haley. Just her first game. She's never even swung or anything. Comes in, hits.
Oh, she hasn't.
No.
That's incredible.
The crowd went nuts.
I know, and that's like, yes, she's so good. Love her. And I just loved that. She was just unafraid to shoot it. And
absolutely.
Yeah, she stepped up. So I like that.
So on the team that you're playing with right now, who have you played with besides your sister? Played with the longest?
I've played with Lainey the longest, number 11. And this is number 30. What is Bella? Or Bella, I'll just say Bella. This is her first year back since 8th grade, but I played with her since I started basketball. But I guess throughout it's been Lainey.
Okay.
So yeah, since I started playing, she's been on my first team. So yeah, she knows how to find me good on the court too. So yeah, I love her.
We'll talk about you guys going forward now. Obviously, It's that whole thing of getting through that first game when it's that single elimination.
Yes.
Favorite in it, but you got to play the games.
I know. Yes.
I see the look of relief on your face a little bit there.
I am relieved.
But now, moving forward now.
Yep.
Linwood.
Yes, Linwood. Their whole team was here, so we got to be ready for Saturday, I think it is.
Yep.
But yeah, we just have to come out and do what we normally do, and we'll hopefully come out on top.
When you guys played them the first time, were you home or away?
We were away.
Okay.
So yeah, we were away, and yeah, I think somebody was sick, or just coming back from being sick. But anyways, it's still gonna be a good game.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Now talk about Edmonds-Woodway. You know some of those girls too?
Yes, I do. I know number 10, Natalie. I played with her AAU, and I just recognize some of the other girls, but I know her. She's my friend, so yeah, it's obviously sad to see them end, but yeah.
And you know, it is sad when you see a senior like, okay, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is it, right?
Yeah, seriously, it's a lot, and eventually everybody's gonna have to come to an end, but I'm thankful it wasn't us today.
You just get to just kick the can down the road, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, looking forward, looking past, and we don't want to get past high school, but you got an opportunity to go play in college now.
Yes.
Talk about that. How'd you guys settle on Arizona Christian?
Well, I honestly, it was literally it's a blessing from God, because we hadn't really thought about any school in Arizona or even looked at that, and that was the one school that didn't reach out to me first. They reached out to my dad first, and they just literally checked all the boxes for just the level. I mean, the level of play it's NAIA, but I just like that balance of school and basketball, because I'm just using basketball as a stepping stone, and then obviously the element of faith in it. Me and my sister both want to grow our relationship with God, as well as go to college, and it's just like a perfect fit. And also, it's warm in Arizona. I love it.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
And just the opportunity to be a part of a team anywhere is just great. I don't really care about the level, or obviously it's competitive anywhere.
So Arizona Christian is located what city?
Glendale. So 20 minutes from Phoenix. Yeah.
Out there spring training time.
Yes.
where, like you said, where it's warm.
Yes, seriously, warm.
I'll tell you, NAIA, it's a good level of basketball team.
Yes,
You're going to enjoy the competition for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited and thankful I get to do that.
There
with
you go.
My sister, obviously.
Well, thanks for coming up with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me interviewed.
There you go. That is Alana Washington, our player of the game. We'll come back, have more. Again, the final score, 51-31, Everett over Edmonds-Woodway. Back with the numbers after this timeout. We have shirt.
First of all, congrats on the big win. Yeah, thank you. So what was it like getting the job done in front of those rowdy fans here?
Right?
Yeah.
16 points, and great job from the fellow. And you got your teammate here, too.
I got to do it, my brother.
So Siobhan Adams is here.
All my teammates
Siobhan also had a good ball game with 6 points. You guys got it done. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
How about that coming out of the United States?
Uh.